So I just watched the game between Brighton and Tottenham, and I must say it was a very, very disappointing performance by Tottenham Hotspurs. And It's a very big question now to be asked whether Tottenham as a club should really stick with Jose Mourinho and stick to his. It's sad to say, but it's a very prehistoric style of play. There's no urgency in their game. There's no pattern of play when they reach the final third. There are no players making moves. And ironically, I watched the game between West Ham and Liverpool just before that, and the difference in the approach to the game is so evident when you watch Liverpool play against a rather you can say confident side of late. In West Ham United, Brighton have been playing well. They haven't been getting results, but they have been playing pretty well of late, and it was quite evident. And Graham Potter literally exposed Jose Mourinho's strategy here, and you cannot always depend on your defense to bail you out, pun unintended, in games such as these. Brighton had more energy, more passion, better organization in defense. They pressed much higher up the pitch. They had very good interplay when they reached the final third of the Tottenham half, and banking on Alderweireld all the time to bail you out of situations is not really the way to go forward. For a club like Spurs, who were in a Champions League final, 2 years back, so it's very disappointing. And I actually was a huge Mourinho fan when he initially made it in England. The 2005-06 Chelsea side, the 2004-05 Chelsea side were a spectacle to watch, and they didn't play like this. So that's the odd part out here, that they had a much more progressive approach to their game. And Mourinho somehow over the years has completely lost it when it comes to taking the initiative or taking the game to the opponents. It's rather a more reactive approach when it comes to football, waiting for their opponents to make a mistake and then capitalizing on that. So it's very, very sad to see a side like Tottenham, whose game I actually, as a neutral, I'm a United fan, so as a neutral, I always looked forward to a Tottenham game because of their, you can say, exciting, attacking football, much like how Leeds play nowadays. And it's very disappointing. It's really very disappointing to see a side like Spurs play like this. And it begs a question that whether Mourinho's tactics as a football manager has really become outdated, and does he need a better assistant coach alongside him who has a better understanding of the modern footballing game? Because I have heard from a lot of interviews of former players that Mourinho is a very good motivator. So he should rather stick to that part of the game, motivating players, man management, so to speak, and leave the tactical part of it to a rather young coach who was much more adept at handling the modern game, like attacking football, good patterns of play, pressing up higher up the pitch, a better game to watch, so to speak. And judging by Mourinho, actually, he's a man with a very, very big, very huge ego. So I really doubt whether he would do that. But this is really a wake-up call for all Tottenham fans and also for Jose Mourinho, because this is not the kind of football we expect from a side like Tottenham Hotspur. It's really painful to see players like Son and Kane being wasted out there, still giving their 100%, going. Even in the last minute, I saw Son covering up the left back space, defending, giving their 100%, but still, it's the game plan which is letting the entire team down, and a lot needs to be done. I feel a lot needs to be done before we can even think about Tottenham challenging for the top four. And Jose Mourinho, I really think it's very painful for me to say this, but as a football manager, I think he's over. I mean, Pep had to adapt a lot to the English game, and he had to even rediscover himself this season with the absence of Sergio Aguero. And I think he is one reason why Pep Guardiola, I think, is a better manager. I completely get that he has got a much better pool of players to pick from, and much more stable management to back him whenever he's short of players. But still, Pep Guardiola is a coach who has a very progressive approach to a football match, and it's so sad to see a manager like Mourinho. I know what's going to follow after this defeat is a complete barrage of questions from the English media, who have always been all praises for Mourinho. And it's sad to see a manager like him go through all this. He has achieved a lot. He is a good manager. But it's high time, I think he needs a good assistant manager beside him who has a more attacking approach to the game, and let Mourinho handle just the man management part of it, trying to motivate players, just making them more up to the game whenever it's there, up to the big games, and let the tactical part of it be handled by someone who is actually a better coach. So that's all I had to say. Thank you.